Hey guys, this video I'm going to walk you through what are webhooks, how we can use them as options traders, and how to actually implement it, okay? So webhooks are created into three different categories. We have an action, so something that we want to happen. And again, so for most people who are using webhooks, you're looking for maybe a signal from an indicator, maybe a signal from a trading group, or maybe you're waiting for a trend line, or you're waiting for something like that, some action to happen, and you want to connect that action to the broker. So whether you use, it doesn't matter, TradeStation, Tradier, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, whatever. You want to connect the action to the broker. But the thing is, you can't just do that. You can't say, hey, if I have a trend line bounce, or if this indicator gives me a signal to entry, I want to enter an iron condor trade, or I want to enter a put credit spread. There's no way to do that. So we need to put this little thing in the middle that we call a webhook. Forgive me, I can't spell this in here, but webhook that sits between the action and the broker. This way, when we have an indicator trigger a signal, we can then have the webhook pick it up, and the webhook goes, okay, is this what we want to do? Check. I'm going to send this order to the broker, and then the broker is going to execute the trade for me, and hopefully I make money from it. So this is what a webhook does. It connects the action to the broker. And so that's how simple it is. Now, first thing we need to define is what is our action. And so most people use a webhook through TradingView because TradingView supports webhooks. And so again, we're able to do this. So first we need to define the action. Okay. So we define the action by creating an alert. Okay. So an alert gives us the action that we're looking for, which is right here, our conditional settings. So our action for this example, let's say we want to sell a put credit spread, aka make money to the upside when it crosses above a moving average. So let me actually map this out, okay? So let's say on SPY, I want to enter a put credit spread, PCS for short, where I sell a 30 delta, and then I buy a $10 wide width, which I'll explain here in a second. And then I want this to be, let's say, 45 days out, okay? This is how I'm structuring the trade. This is what it's going to be on, and I'm going to enter when SPY crosses above the moving average, okay? And so this is what I'm looking for. This is the action that I want to connect to my broker, okay? I want this action to lead to this trade being placed in my broker. So first thing we need to do is we need to set up this condition, okay? And so what we do here is we go over to TradingView to set up that condition. So I'm going to type in moving average. So I can do just a simple moving average here. And again, I can change this moving average to be whatever length I want. I'll just keep it for where it is right now. And so now we have a moving average. We're going to click on alert, and we're going to say, okay, our condition is we want SPY to cross above the moving average. So I'm going to say SPY, and the price of SPY is what price is referring to. And I want it to cross up. So cross above. You can see that here's the moving average. I want SPY to go above it. And then I want it to cross up of the simple moving average. So here, the moving average. So this means when SPY crosses above this little moving average, I'm going to then trigger this alert. Okay, but I want this alert, as mentioned before, I wanted to trigger this trade entry. Okay, this is not something that TradingView can do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to notifications, and we're going to input this here in a second. But we need to use an automation platform that will then be able to place that trade for us, okay? And so if we want to place the trade, first thing we need to do is to create a strategy around what I mentioned. As you can see right here, a SPY 45 DTE credit spread. Let's say this is the bot that I want to execute. So basically this bot will enter based on these rules, which is right here, 25 delta, it's going to sell, the 10 delta is going to sell, it's 45 days out on SPY. So that means once my action, SPY crossing above, triggers, then I wanted to create the orders and then send it to my broker. And so right here, this will create the orders and send it to my broker. So now I need to connect these two things. And so I do that, but under entry rules, I say webhook, and I enable the webhook, and I say generate webhook URL. I want to enter a trade, and then I want to use the rules that I set up. So it gives me this link. I simply copy this link, and this is what makes the connection. I paste this link in the webhook URL settings, and just like that, I've created the process, okay? This is how it's working. TradingView is giving me, this is giving me the action, so which is SPY above the moving average. So this is what is triggering the action. Then the webhook connects it to an automation service. So the webhook is like the little road that travels this alert to an automation service. In this case, it's the options auto trader. And so it triggers the automation service, and then the automation service creates the credit spread. So it creates the credit spread all in one. And then from there, it sends it off to the broker to execute the trade and then track it from there. So this is what a webhook does. It basically just delivers the action to the automation, and that's how simple it is. It all comes down to a simple URL generator, which is, again, super easy to do. Even if you don't know how to code, you just come in for the bot that you want to execute when the action in trading view happens. You say what you want to do. So you generate the webhook URL. You say, I want to enter the trade. If you want to exit, you can say that. But if you want to enter a trade when this happens and you want to use preset rules, just click that. Just copy this link, paste it into trading view. And now you create this alert. And whenever this alert triggers, it will then trigger the automation service, which will then create the order and send it to the broker. Anyways, guys, that is a simple walkthrough of how Webhooks works. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat box down below. But if you want to give it the comment section down below, but if you want to give this a shot, please check out the trial link in the first link in the YouTube description. All right, guys, see you later.